Hey guys, Farmer Jeremiah here with Jocus Farm. So I thought we had a frost last night and I thought that the tomatoes would be okay, but definitely got some frost damage on them. It's pretty unfortunate. I don't remember how far it dropped, but these tomatoes disliked it. Luckily I had some that made it through. These ones weren't covered, so I didn't expect, but especially on the outer edge here. But these guys are doing just fine on the inner edge, just right here. And I bought these yesterday from a nursery in town, and yeah, they didn't like it either. But they have strong stems, so we're just gonna trim them up, and they should bounce back. Now see this one, Roxy, she broke the growth tip off, but I have a lot of faith in these guys that come back, but it looks fine, no damage. But the ones on down the line received damage. It's kind of puzzling me. And that one as well. And this one's all chewed up. Then you come down here, this one looks good. So, it's kind of weird. So we're definitely going to have to run a heater. We got a couple more frost on the way. Kind of stinks. But we're definitely learning a lot. So as you can see here, we have trimmed them up. And hopefully we should be able to stimulate some new sucker growth and have them start producing some new foliage for us. We have a couple more frost on the way. These guys aren't as important to me. We already planted most of these into the high tunnel. But these are our main crop that's going to be going outdoors. But like I said, we're going to have a few more frost coming in later this week, even dipping down into the mid-20s. So, got quite a challenge ahead of us. These have been reduced to stems, just about, but they're still alive. And they should hopefully, like I said, put on some suckers and make us some new growth. These guys were under the cold frame and they did real well under the frost, but I'm definitely going to bring them in the mid-20s. Cucumbers, getting attacked by cutworms. Got some spaghetti squash here. Some cantaloupe, not doing too well. We'll plant some more, but the ones that we do get will definitely be taken care of. And here's some peppers that we bought and we trimmed up. As you can see, that a lot of the foliage was damaged in the frost, but I'll be able to definitely get that one to come back for us. This is the Full-J jalapeno. I love jalapeno poppers, and I love heat, but to be honest, I'm going to keep throwing those back. I don't want to be burning myself up. Then we got a sweet pepper called the lunchbox pepper, lunchbox red, and we trimmed it all up, and it looks like we'll be able to have this come back as well. Well, this one has been reduced to a stem, but if you can see there, we got a sucker growing, and that's where we're going to start getting our new growth out of these guys and gals. Some of these, the growth tip survived. The top there is a growth tip. That's where all the growth is stimulated from. But we're not able to make that. Usually between the inner nodes, as I showed you on this plant, the inner node will produce a new growth that's called a sucker, but that will be our new starting point for growth. Tomatoes are pretty resilient. We just got to bring them in on the frost, and I was pretty confident that they would be able to handle it last night, but it seems that it didn't work out. So we'll keep that in mind for future projects and just keep growing. See ya. Hey guys, it's been a while. Just want to do a little quick update. We experienced several freezes since our last video. See, these got damaged. I already showed you that, but that's what they look like now. The wind's been pretty strong. We should be okay though. And some cutworm damage. We've been monitoring this. I have faith that they're gonna spark some new growth. As you can see right here. The ones that weren't really affected are looking pretty decent. We got a couple more freezes coming up this weekend on the 14th and 15th. And I hope that's gonna be the last frost of the freaking year. Well, for spring. I wanted to plant the first, but that hasn't been the best, and we've experienced some pretty windy days these past few days. So the best ones are probably the Romas. This one's probably my best one. We got some romaine that's getting ready to be harvested out. It's getting a little too warm in the high tunnel. See, this is starting to flower. Or bolt, as they would say. This is a ChokeCherry tree. It's like 2 years old.